Ah, trying to fix it. Too far. That should be all right, I hope. If I need to, I'll zoom in some more. Just waiting to see if anybody pops in. Pardon me. I think everybody's busy today. I know it's Mother's Day weekend, but... Hey, Star. How are you, honey? I'm just trying to see if anybody will pop in. Like you, yes. I know you're here, but I want to see if Shelby and them will pop in. But this is the next episode, I guess you can say, for my one set challenge. Very nice, girl. Very, very nice. You're doing so well. Let's try to clear this. So, yeah. Last week we did my... What the heck pencils were they? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember what pencils they were last week. Oh, my Artisto or something. Artisto pencils. So I have a couple of books and a bunch of pictures here that I have pulled out, and it all depends on, honestly, what I... Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, yeah. So I am going to spin the wheel, and we shall see what kind of pencils that the wheel brings up and get started. Yeah. Sometimes I hesitate because I really don't know. This is quite the challenge for myself. Let's just put it out there. So depending on what it lands on, I will... Okay, so it's my Prisma Premieres. Alright, we will pull those babies out. And it'll depend on what I color. I mean, Prismas, they work for anything, so that's the good thing about them. With my new set that I got. I won this set in a draw, so I don't use my Prismas often, so this is definitely going to be interesting. Alright, so let's see what we should color. Yeah, I have a bunch of pictures pulled out because I didn't know what I was going to color, to be honest. I think we will do, let me see, where is it? Yeah, I think we'll go with a Tabitha Barnett picture today. I haven't colored one of her pictures from her Broken Mandala series in a while. So let's go with this one. This picture is from her 2018 Broken Mandalas book. Hey Ash, how are you, darling? And yeah, so we're gonna do this one. No in particular color scheme. Of course, the only thing that I'm going to use is my Prisma color blenders if I need them. I am good. Is the picture close enough, or do you guys want me to get a little bit closer on the picture? I can. I'm just wondering if, you know. You guys want me to zoom in just a little bit more on the picture? Are you good? Alright. So, I got my other... Hello. Everything seems to go wrong when you... Alright. I got my trusty blotter page here to test my colors. Alright. Let's see. First, let's do the fairy skin. How's that? We'll do the fairies first. That looks too yellow. And remember, I have not used my Prismas in forever, so I'm not 100% sure about all the colors. It's been a long time, let me tell you. No, too dark. That's too gray. I guess that one's okay. And I will use that peachy color I just had. Alright. So, I'm going to use my electric sharpener. Please forgive me. And forgive my arm. So, the funny thing this year, I started blistering in the sun. That's where all these scars are from. I started blistering in the sun, so that's going to be fun this summer. Because, you know, apparently I am becoming allergic to the sun. So that'll be fun. Yeah. Alright. And then I think we will do each of the fairies a different color. So this one will be maybe pink, this one purple, this one bluish. Not that there's much to her. We can do her bluish and her maybe like a green. No, not a green. We'll figure it out. Yeah, it's really weird and it's really getting to me. Because, well, I love the summer and the warm weather, and yeah, not so and I know with Prismas you gotta go a lot more light-handed. Prismas are beautiful pencils, don't get me wrong. My problem is I have such a heavy hand. I end up getting a lot of wax bloom with my Prismas because I do have that heavy hand. Hey Pickle, how are you, honey? Just moving my other phone so I can see. I've got it standing up beside me so I can see the chat. Come on now, work with me. Alright. Yeah, so I'm so used to like my Brute Fooners and stuff like that that I don't usually use my Prismas. But again, this series will, you know, bring me back to pencils that I used to use and used to love, and possibly bring me back to them. But when I first started coloring, that's all I used was Prismas, to be honest. Hey, Dawn. Yeah, so I used to use Prismas when I first started coloring, but I used the Scholars, not the Premieres. Then I started watching coloring videos, and the Prismas, or what Premieres, is what everybody was using at the time. So I was like, oh, I want those. And at the time, they weren't as expensive as they are now. Um, and then I used my first set. I got another set, and after I got my second set, I had entered in an Ava Brown, I guess, giveaway or whatever. And I was actually going for the Ohuhu markers, to be honest, when I entered the draw, and I was the first place, like the first place winner, so I got the Prisma Premieres. So, and they've been sitting, honestly, ever since. So, yeah. How is everybody? Anything planned for Mother's Day with anybody? I'm going down to the lake with my daughters, and we are going to release balloons for my mama down at the lake, because the little celebration of life that they did do for her wasn't what she wanted. So me and my girls are going down to the lake, which is what she wanted, and we're gonna go release some balloons for Mama in heaven. Oh, really? They're that crappy? I haven't bought a new set of Prismas since I won these, and that was like a year ago. So I honestly don't know what the quality really is like anymore. But like I said, I don't like the waxy bloom that they give off when you color. I mean, yeah, you can layer and layer, but they still give off a waxy bloom. And that's the one thing I never liked about them, so. I get it, Pickle. I really do. Is this the first Mother's Day? Since? I don't want to bring up any bad memories or anything, like. Yeah, so I really don't know how to work these like I used to. Okay, that's awesome, honey. Star. Oh, that's sweet. Um, yeah, I don't know how they perform, but like I said, it's been a long time. Don't get me wrong, like, they are really nice pencils, and a lot of people love them and they swear by them, but there are other pencil sets, budget pencil sets, that are just as good, and yeah. And a lot of them don't have that waxy bloom, so I still haven't used my new pencils that I got from Temu. I mean, I hauled them and I shared them with everybody, but I was gonna wait for this series, but I think I'm gonna try them out to see on a page. And like I said, when I first spun the wheel, I wasn't sure what pencils it was going to spin to, so I had a bunch of pictures picked out I have a bunch of pictures picked out for this series specifically. because I know how my pencils and how I color. So, um, yeah. I started a picture last night. I'm almost done, but... Oh, your Mother's Day is in March. Okay. That's right, that's right. You are right, darling. I forgot about that your Mother's Day is in March. I totally forgot, my darling. Well, it's looking all right, I guess, but yeah, this is a Tabitha Barnett. I keep forgetting, you know, I used to love her Broken Circles, and I still do. And I know my brain is scattered all over the place with things I'm talking about. But, um, yeah. I mean, I used to love coloring her Broken Circles when I first started coloring, but then I found different artists, and yeah. Oh, you're looking for new gel pens, John? Um, Anybody have any suggestions for Dawn on gel pens that are, you know, a decent price? And yes, it is mental health awareness. That's right. Yeah, Pickle, I get it. Yeah, I don't use a lot of gel pens. The ones that I did get, I think they're the AEN ones. They're like a cheaper brand kind of thing. So this is just my colorless pencil blender. I'm just kind of trying to blend without smudging the black lines, which is very hard lately. Seems like that's all I keep doing is smudging black lines, and it doesn't matter. It could be a book that's been sitting on my shelf for a couple of months, and the ink is, you know, it still smudges. So we don't have a Five Below here. I guess our Five Below would be considered a place. It's a dollar store. We call it a dollar store here. It's called Dollarama, and yeah, that's our Five Below here. It used to be just a regular dollar store, nothing over like $2. Now things are up to like $5, $4.50, $5. I'm finally getting my mojo back, and as I was watching a bunch of, you know, finished page videos, it seemed like a lot of us colorists were having just an off month last month. And I was kind of happy, like, not happy at the fact that, you know, everybody was struggling, just that I wasn't the only one going through, like, a mojo kind of issue. It just seemed like everybody was saying that they fell off, they didn't color as much, just like I did, right? And I don't know if it was just the month, the weather, like, I don't know, but as I just kept watching everybody's completed pages videos, that's all I heard, you know. You're lucky that not a lot of your books do it, man. Like, this is printed on my cardstock, my Nina cardstock paper. And this was printed, holy cow, a while ago. And my ink still smudges. Like even, what book is it? My Camellia Androkova books, which I'm dying to get the new one, but I have to wait till next week unless my kids decide to get it for me for Mother's Day. But I'm not holding my breath. All I need is my kids, and for Mother's Day, I'm not one for like, I want, gimme, gimme, gimme. No. As long as I get my kids and spend time with my girls, I'm happy. But yeah, that's what it seems like. Like, even my Camellia Androkova books are like all the ink smudges, and it doesn't matter how long I've had them. Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like, I don't know what it was. It was the weirdest feeling. Um, yeah, it was just strange. Like, I wasn't the only one that was having mojo issues, you know. Um, Alright, we'll go with these. Alright, you know what? I just might use my little handheld sharpener here. Just so I'm not making so much noise with my sharpener. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, look, I haven't even touched my Prismas. They're still like brand new. So, and I have another box that is underneath, but this is the brand new set, so I figured this is the easiest set to pull out. But I have my older set down below, and yeah, it hasn't really been used as much either, but yeah, I'm just happy with my kids, honest to God. Um, that's all that matters to me, that I get to see my babies, the ones that made me who I am, and, you know, my husband pampers me usually, but he pampers me all year round. It's not just one day, but, yeah. So, um, yeah, there are a couple of books that I want. I have a huge wish list of books that I have been finding. There is a new, I don't know if it's, I don't know. But it's called 99 Fox Owl Publishing, and their books are absolutely adorable. And they kind of give me the vibe of Coco Wild, um, but they're just starting out. So now I'm thinking maybe Coco Wild changed their name, have different artists to work for them. I'm not sure. Oh, you're just starting your first Kirby page? Yeah, I do have watercolor pencils. I didn't include them in this series, um, just because um, to me they're more of like a water medium than, I guess, I mean, they are pencils, but um, I just included my pencil, if that makes sense to anybody. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, that's just what I included. Was just not my water-based mediums, just my, you know, regular, um, yeah, my regular pencils. I do have a few sets of watercolor pencils. A couple of them I actually bought by mistake. I thought they were just like, you know, oil and wax or whatever, and as I started coloring with them, I'm like, this doesn't feel right. This feels very different. So I actually read, if I had read the description properly, I would have realized they were watercolor pencils, but I didn't. I just saw pretty colors and just pencils. So, I'm thinking I might go. Should I do a little bit darker just on the tip, just to shade it out? Not sure if I should or not. That's too dark. Not too dark, but a different. This one might work. Hey Gil, how are you? I'm using my Prismas. That's what the wheel brought up for me. So that is what I have to go with. You know me and Prismas. We have a love-hate relationship, but we make do with it, and we just keep on trucking. Sorry for the noise, guys, and the reaching. Oy. No, that's... Yeah. Let's see this one. No, that's a purpley one. I don't want purple. I might go a little bit of a shade here on the skirt here. What is everybody's go-to medium? Like medium brand, medium that you usually reach for when you're coloring. Like I've said in a lot of my videos, I usually reach for my Brute Formers and my Starjoys and my Starjoy Golds. That's what I'll reach for. Oh, your iPad stopped working? Does it need charging? Is that what it needed? I know Gail loves her Prismas. That's for sure. Using your Crayola. Okay. Yeah, you're really hooked on those pastels lately, aren't you, girly? I've noticed that. But there's nothing wrong with using pastels. I love my pastel colors. I've been trying to change that a little bit and do different colors other than pastels. But it's kind of funny because even if I'm not trying to use or go the pastel route, my pictures still end up having that pastel-y look to it, which is kind of funny, to be honest. I got you obsessed. Oh, I love you, girl. Here. Where'd my pencil go? Right here. Oops. I love when you go over the lines. I love it. But it's all good. All good. Alright. She looks cute. I just gotta do her hair. This is the picture I was working on last night. I haven't done a Jade Summer picture in a long time. And I love Alice in Wonderland, so I said, well, let's go for it. What the hell? And yeah, that's what I went with. Not 100% sure. I still have to do like the skin color and stuff. I have to do the shading and stuff, and then the little details. But yeah, that's how that's turning out so far. But when I do these videos, I start from scratch. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of funny how that happens, Pickle. That we usually, even if we don't tend to do that, like it's not our intention, we kind of do it anyways. So I think it's just, yeah, the way our brains work, right? There was that one pink that I saw. Is this it? Yeah, I don't want to go that one. Where's that stinking pink that I saw? I think it was this one. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that. I am so sorry about my arm being in the way. I'm trying not to have it in the way, but alright. And, it's really testing me using only, doing this series, because I usually reach for, like, for wings and fairies and stuff. I usually go for the glitter. And, yeah, I'm definitely testing that on myself for sure. Like last week, I wanted to reach for my other pencils so badly, so badly. But, aw, thank you. You guys are so sweet. I still, yeah, I'm actually really enjoying the way it's turning out, to be honest. Like I said, I haven't done a Tabitha Barnett picture in a long time, and she's a really good friend. I mean, I help run her, well, I haven't done it in a while. I was running challenges in her group. Alright, should we go blonde or brown hair? Light brown, blonde, black? And go like a... Okay, these... Okay, never mind. I think I have an idea. I have an idea. I think. Yes, I do. I do have an idea. Which page are you talking about, Pickle? Are you talking about my Alice in Wonderland or my little fairy one? Okay, so for her, I got this kind of brown. Well, it's clay rose is what it's called. It is, if you have Prismacolors. This one is PC 1017. And yeah, so when I'm choosing my pictures for this series, I try to choose pictures that I can get through quite a bit, because I plan to do at least an hour and a half each time on my lives for this little series. So I tried to find pictures that I could get through. At least I think I can get quite a bit of it done. But I am a slow colorist, especially when it comes to certain, like, blending and stuff. I am so slow. So slow. But That's what I tried to pick out, like from a bunch of my coloring books. Of course, Camillea's stuff is going to be in there. I'm not one for patterns or mandalas. I don't consider these, like this picture, it's called a broken mandala, or, you know, broken circles, but I don't consider them mandalas, really. Yeah, these are not considered mandalas to me, regardless. But Tabitha Barnett has a lot of books like this. She did a whole series on, you know, broken circles, broken mandalas. I have pretty much all of them. Alright. I think she looks cute. What do you guys think? And as for the headband, let's see. Go like this, really lightly, and then shade her out. Yeah, I'm a very slow colorist. On certain things. I mean, if I use markers as a base, this would definitely have gone a lot faster. And I'm trying not to get a wax bloom. I'm so bad for wax blooming on these. Alright, so that's the one. So we're going to do purple for this little one. Hi, Brooke. How are you, darling? Let me see if I can find my lighter purple. I know this is like it's the lavender. Yeah, you're purple. Okay. It's the lilac. This one, is that purple? Oh, that's violet. Okay. I've got all my purpley colors, kind of. Yeah. The kind of purple that I like anyways. No, we'll go with these purples here. Ooh, nice. Awesome, awesome. So let's see, what do you guys want to talk about? Let's see. Why did everybody start coloring? Or how did you get into coloring? Yeah. How did you guys end up getting into the whole coloring craze? Okay. Dawn, you have a great Mother's Day, honey. Oops. Oh, thanks, Pickle. Yeah. You see, that's the thing. Some of these colors, because I haven't used these pencils in so long, I forget about how well some of these colors mix together. Because some of these colors, I mean, I have tons of different pencil sets, tons of different colors, But for some reason, I don't think about, like, the way some of these colors work together. And then I start using, my Prismas, and I realize, crap, some of these pencils are beautiful together, you know. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. Oops. I think that's her neck there. Your anxiety got you into coloring? Yeah, I've always been very open as to why I got into coloring. I mean, I've always loved art since I was little, but I'm a recovering drug addict, and that is actually what started my coloring journey. Was when I decided to, um, quit the drugs. Is when I actually. I mean, I'm bipolar as well, so it's helped that as well. But the main reason I did start coloring was because I'm a recovering drug addict. Here. Nice. That's always, yeah. That's always lovely. But yeah, so yeah, I have almost died 3 times in my life, like complete flatline. Um, and you know, I am where I am today, and I am happy. I am where I am today, to be honest, because if I had kept going, I would have been dead somewhere. So yeah, that's how I got into coloring. Yeah, I had my parents always got me like coloring books, crayons. I've always been one for art. Just when I got into the drugs, I mean, like my husband says, like drugs literally rob people of their souls. There's literally nothing left. By the time you hit rock bottom, there really is nothing left of you. Um, and it doesn't matter to you. You don't care who you hurt, who anything like that. You don't care about any of it. You just worry about where your next fix is coming from. So, yeah, it got to the point where we needed to do something. So, yeah, my favorite time to color when I was younger was watching um, Saturday morning cartoons. That was my favorite time to color, to be honest. Sitting in front of the TV with a coloring book and a case of crayons with me, and watching Rainbow Bright. I'm an 80s baby, so I would watch Rainbow Bright, Muppet Babies, um, what else was there? My Little Pony, Strawberry Shortcake. The original Strawberry Shortcake, let's just put it that way. You color Blue's Clues. My grandson absolutely loves Blue's Clues. It's funny, he just learned how to react to people's messages with emojis on my daughter's phone. So now every time he gets my daughter's phone and he finds the messaging area and he ends up clicking on all these emojis, sending everybody on her messenger list all these emojis. It's so funny. Yeah, he loves the emojis and he thinks it's funny. If you tell him no, he has this evil little laugh about him. And he laughs, and it's like this evil little giggle, like, ha ha ha, look what I did. But God, I love him. My daughter, he gets away, I mean, with grandkids, they get away with a lot more than their parents did when they, my daughter says, how come he can get away with that? Well, he's my grandbaby. They're allowed to. There's a whole different rule system for grandbabies. Lady of Love Locks. I don't know. That's funny. Yeah, my my messenger was going off one day, and it was going bing, 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 bing. It's like, what the heck? I'm like, what is happening? And then I went to look, and it was my grandson. He had sent me like 100 emojis on my daughter's phone. So I asked my daughter, I'm like, why are you sending me all these? She goes, it wasn't me, it was the baby. I was like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. It was so funny. All right, how are we going to do the hair? Maybe. What color are you? You look like purple. Oh, that's like an aquamarine kind of color. Oh, it's dioxine purple hue. Alright, well, if I go light enough with this color. Used to what? Oh yeah, I loved Rainbow Bright. I had all of Rainbow Bright's little friends. My parents bought me all the stuffies. I had them all in I had my own little playroom my parents had made when I was younger. The house we lived at had like a little, under the stairs, it was like a little cellar. And my parents turned that into my own little playroom just for me. So I had like a little table, all my coloring stuff was in there, and you know, all my dolls were on shelves, on cubbies. My dad built a bunch of cubby holes, and and that's where I spent most of my time, and I would literally talk to all my little stuffy friends. My brother loved the Ninja Turtles, and so did my husband. Was big on Ninja Turtles growing up. And then there was She-Ra and He-Man and all them fun, you know. Saturday morning cartoons were actually like a big thing in the 80s. Like, that's what every kid was doing on the weekends, you know. We were all doing the whole Saturday morning cartoon thing. That's where we all were on Saturday mornings, was watching the cartoons, you know. I loved Fraggle Rock. What else was there? Yeah, there was Fraggle Rock. There was, oh my gosh, so much. So much. Polly Pocket. Oh my God, I love my Polly Pockets. I don't know if it was the late 80s, early 90s. I don't know if you guys remember, if any of you guys know or remember. They used to be like little plastic soothers. They had little itty bitty ones, then they had medium ones, and then they had big ones. And the girls, all of us girls, would wear them on like a rope around our neck, and we would collect them. They had different kinds, like, you know, different designs on them, and they were like little baby soothers. And I absolutely loved collecting them. There was something about collecting them. that I loved. And Cabbage Patch dolls. Oh my gosh, I loved my Cabbage Patch dolls. Now this girl, I don't know if, see, she's just like this with her arms up, right? So I would just have to do her wings because there's not much more I can do with her, to be honest, other than her hair, but oh, really? You know what's coming back in our area are roller skating rinks. And then they have the bash room and they have the escape rooms just up where I live now in my town. And I was so excited to see that they put in like and I mean, we're talking about like the old skating rinks where they have all the disco lights and you know, literally retro roller rinks, and I'm so excited. My girls want roller skates. Sorry. My younger girls want a set of roller skates. They're like, Mom, if we get roller skates, will you come skating with us? Hell yeah, I'll get myself a pair too. Freaking right I will. I was going to do this girl in blue, but I'm just going to do her wings and her hair in blue here. I might have to use a little bit of a different blue just to give it a little bit of a different, like, it's a nice hue, but I think I'm going to go with this just to give it a little bit more. Oh my God, the things that would happen to us, like, I don't know if anybody remembers, like, when they would ride their bikes, we had those metal pedals, and I don't know how many bruises I got on my shins over those bloody metal pedals. I would come home bruised. I had big wheels. I used to love my big wheel little trike kind of thing. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. I loved it. Like roller skating rink, Gail? Is that what you're talking about, sweetie? Oh, they did hurt, didn't they, Gail? Oh, they were nasty. Those freaking pedals did. It was like, but you know what? We never stopped. We just kept on going. We never stopped and said, ow, that hurts. We just kept on going. Nowadays, kids get, you know, a little paper cut and it's the end of the bloody world. It's hilarious. I always told my kids when they were little and they got hurt, I said, you know, it's far from the heart. You're fine. You're not going to die. You know, like, good Lord. It's not the end of the world. You know, and you can tell your kids, we had a hell of a lot worse, and they look at you like you're nuts. Oh, yeah. And the other thing that my girls are all excited about is all these fluorescent clothes coming back. And they're like, Mom, this is new. I have to have it. I'm like, that is not new. We had that crap growing up, and I hated wearing it. And they just look at you like, are you serious right now, Mom? Yes, I'm serious. Yeah, they closed our drive-thrus for the longest time, or our drive-in. I think they're reopening it, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe it's the only one in Ontario, Canada. If they are reopening it like they talked about. I believe it's the only one in Ontario, Canada. So, Man, if I could choose an era to go back and live in, it would be the 80s, honestly. Those were the days, where family was close and you would, you know, do family stuff and yeah, exactly. You just kept going. Kids nowadays, they bump their knee. They're like, "Oh my God, I'm dying. I need to go to the hospital." you know, like it's just so funny. That's awesome, though, Gail. That it doesn't change with time. That's everything here has changed with the times, and I wish they didn't. But if I could choose an era to go back to, it would be the 80s. Where'd that light blue go? Hey, where'd my light blue one go? Is that you? Is that you? I'll try you. But that's cool. I love old school stuff. Like, it's that nostalgia of it all, to be honest. It really is the nostalgia of it. Like, I still remember certain smells, from that time era. And, families were, it was just so different. You didn't have to be afraid to go outside and worry about, your kid being kidnapped or, any of that. You didn't have to worry about any of that, you know. We went out till the street lights came on. That was when you had to go home. And when it was supper time, your mom would just stand at the door and yell for you. The racetrack. Oh yeah? You'd go back to the 70s? Well, yeah, you're more of a hippie girl, aren't you? So yeah, the 70s would be the perfect era for you, girl. Just bring your hippie style into the 80s, girl. You know. Um, and then you have some people who, um, make their comments about adult coloring and adults doing, diamond art or whatever the case. Like, really? You're going to have the nerve to talk to me about, it just, people just need to learn sometimes. Keep your bloody mouth shut. Because there's nothing wrong with coloring. There's nothing wrong with any of it. You do you, I'll do me. you know. Of course you're a hippie. Okay, I see, Gail. I get it. So, what are you thinking? That it's kind of like a waste of taxpayers' money to keep it open? Or is that what you're thinking, sweetie? All right. Should we do her, this little one, yellow or like a tealy color? I was thinking a tealy color for her. I just gotta find the right light teal color that I want. Yeah. Yeah, I'd go back to the 80s if I could. And show my girls that, you didn't need your phones back here. There was no technology like you guys have now. My husband handed my one daughter a cordless phone the one time. And he said, here, because she was complaining her phone was dead. And he said, here, you can use this, you can call your friends. She looked at it funny. And he's like, what? What's wrong with it? She's like, how does this even work? He goes, you dial the number like you do on your cell phone? He goes, but how do I use it to talk? And he's like, seriously? Like, seriously? It was hilarious to try and see her figure it out. And all we can do is shake our heads because I'm thinking to myself, oh, good Lord. They would be so lost if this whole world went into a blackout or, you know, whatever. My daughter would be like, I think all kids nowadays would be like, what do we do? Oh, this one's breaking. Shoot. That's not good. I don't like that. Is it me, or I find that a few of my Prismas have always done that. They start breaking. Look at that. They broke right down. Ugh. Is that what you meant by cheaply made there? Miss Pickle? Is that what you meant by that? That they're not even worth the cost anymore, to be honest. Oh, okay. I got it now, honey. So, here's a question for everybody. What is the... Okay, so let's start with mediums. What is the worst kind of medium you have bought on Amazon that you were very disappointed in? Like you paid decent money, or, you know, you were expecting one thing and got something else, or the description wasn't right, because I can tell you I've had a few coloring books that descriptions were way off and I was not happy about. And I've gotten a few sets of pencils that I was not thrilled about because, well, again, the description was definitely not. I still actually have the one set of pencils. It was refundless, or a returnless refund. And they literally sit. They are the worst colored pencils. They don't even have pigment in them. And as for coloring books, oh my gosh, I don't know how many I've gotten over the years that I was not happy with. But the one thing they need to start doing, you got glow-in-the-dark paint, Lance? That didn't glow in the dark. Oh, well, that's just... Isn't that great? Oh, I lost my train of thought. Crap. Yeah, I've gotten a bunch of stuff that descriptions are not as they should be. Oh, and the one thing that should be mandatory is, and I've said it before, that if somebody's going to put a book up, that Amazon should make it mandatory to at least have sample pages to see what's in the book and not just the best pages in the book. I hate when they just give you the best pages in the book to suck you in and buy the book, and then the rest of it is just plain crap. You don't like your Castle Arts, Gail? Actually, I don't use my Castle Arts very often. They sit in my pencil case. I used to use them all the time when I got them, but I do not use them anymore. which is the lightest one. Oh, this one is the lighter one. Yeah. Yes, definitely. I think we need to send a petition around the coloring community and then send it into Amazon to let them know that they should make it a requirement to have sample pages for coloring books. That's what I think. Yeah, a lot of people say they don't like their Castle Arts. I mean, I used them when I first got them because it was a big thing. Everybody was raving about them, so I got them. And I didn't use them. I mean, I used them enough, but I always went back to my, my Brute Fooners. I'll show you the ones. These are the first Brute Fooners that I got, were these ones here, and I always went back to these. These are the ones that come in like 160, 180, or whatever, in the big packs. They have Wan Shui on the front or some other name, but they're Brute Fooner pencils, and I always kept going back to those, even after I got, Castle Arts, because everybody raved about them at the time. Literally, my Castle Arts sit under the table on a shelf that I have under the table for my coloring supplies. And yeah, they sit under the table, and that's why I decided to do the one set pencil challenge, because it'll make me use pencils I haven't in a long time. So, I mean, and I can, either still hate them, or I can say, oh yeah, I forgot they colored like this, I should use them more often. But once you get set in, with a certain, I guess, set of pencils, or when you get comfortable using certain medium, that's when, I don't know, I just have my set ways in certain pencils. And when it comes to colored pencils, I guess I become kind of picky. I mean, I try not to be, but I mean, I've been coloring for so long. It's going on 11 years now. Because I quit doing drugs about 11 years ago. I've been clean for that long, so, I'm just picky. And I mean, they don't have to be expensive pencils. They really don't. I go more for the budget brand pencils, to be honest. Yeah, everybody says, I mean, mine weren't scratchy. They didn't feel scratchy anyways, my Castle Arts. They weren't scratchy, but I didn't like the way they laid, not so much the way they laid down. Well, I guess that would be the issue, was I didn't like the way they layered or blended out, I guess would be the right description. I don't know, but I haven't used them in a long time, so like I said, this series might change my mind. Who knows? He was never fussy with yeah. Okay, honey, no problem, Star. Thank you for joining us and chit-chatting. Yeah, I find a lot of my Prismas started doing this. I don't know if they started using cheaper wood or what they were doing, or I have no idea. But I found a lot of my Prismas and some other pencils were doing it, and I could not stand it, so I put them underneath. And I can't remember what set it was that was doing this. It might have been the Castle Arts. When I was sharpening it they would snap down the middle. So I honestly cannot remember which ones they were, to be honest. You guys want me to zoom in a bit more, or are you guys okay with the way it is? You guys can see the way I'm coloring, or do you want me to zoom in? I mean, we're just really coloring with, you know, one set, really. I don't know if I want to go this color for the wings, but there's no other color. Let me see. I don't know. There's no really, I mean, the teal that's there that I use is the lightest that I can, I have a really pale green here that I can use. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, so that was the mediums. So, is there anything supply-wise that you guys have bought? Like coloring books and stuff. Is there anything on Amazon that you bought that you didn't like? Like, I know we talked about books and the mediums, but I mean other mediums like watercolor pencils or paint pens or paint markers. There is a difference between paint pens and paint markers. Hello, Miss Kathy. Hello, beautiful. I'm so happy you joined us. So I'm doing, like I told you in our chat, I'm doing this is my second episode of my one set pencil challenge that I'm challenging myself to. And yeah, I am using my Prismas Premier, which I haven't in a long time, about over a year anyways. I haven't even pulled them out, not even for one color. I actually pulled the gold and silver ones right out of the set when I got them, and I put the rest away. I like the gold and the silver, the way they look, and the way they color, and how metallic they are. So I use a lot of gold in my pictures and stuff, so I pulled the gold and silver out, but that's about it. That is okay. Oh, hang on. I don't want to, like, lose you guys here. I'm kinda, alright. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize my page wasn't in view. We are getting there slowly, girls. We are definitely getting there. So, is there a supply that you really don't like? using. As in, you know, me, I'm not like a water pencil colorist. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by, is there one type of supply, I should say, that you don't usually like using. I know Little Miss Pickle there, she's the queen of everything slapped on a page. I am too, to a degree. My main are my paint pens, my colored pencils, and my glossy accents. And if, you know, depending on how big the area is, on my pictures, I will use alcohol markers for a base. I'm always willing to give new things a try, but if it's a new, if it's a new medium or a new something, I won't pay big money for it because I'm just trying it, right? So, I mean, yes, when you pay more money, you get better quality. That we all know about. But um, when it comes to, you know, trying out something new, I usually try to get a smaller set. If they have a smaller set of the whatever I'm trying. If not, then, you know, I'll bite the bullet and do it, but all right, next, another question. Let's see. How about your favorite genre to color? Mine is anything mythical, and absolutely adorable kawaii stuff. That's my usual, or like, okay, so I have, my top three are the witchcraft stuff, the mythical fantasy stuff, and cutesy kawaii kind of stuff. Yeah, you love your fantasy, don't you, girl? So, I think what I'm going to do with the background, I'm going to do like a gradient for each little sliver. The background, I'm going to, I don't know if I should go like green or if I should go like blues on the way up. Ooh, I scratched a scab. Ow, that hurt. What do you guys think? A blue sky background, or should I do like a grass background? Yeah, that's the way I see it, Pickle, is I'm not going to pay top dollar for something I don't even know if I'm going to like. I have tried paint markers, and I don't like the way they are. I have an expensive set of paint markers because I thought they were actually paint pens. The way they were describing them, it sounded like paint pens. So I was like, okay, well, I'll get those. And then I realized the difference between a paint pen and a paint marker. Anything Kirby, eh? Yeah, me too. You want me to go from green to blue? Alright, I can do that too. Sounds like a plan, girl. Alright, I just want to find the bright greens. That's all. Let's see. Hum, hum, hum. I'll find the right green, or at least a nice green, not an ugly looking green. Alright, so. Okay, so we'll go with this, and then we'll go with the blue, right? Go with this blue. And then a lighter blue. No, that's too dark. I want a light blue. Making a card. Oh, that's sweet, honey. We are good. We're just having a little discussion about just about everything. Yeah, we're talking about just about everything, eh, girls? That's what's going on here. No, I don't want that one. Maybe I'll go with this blue. Just trying to find the right light blue for the top. Yeah, this one might work. All right. All right, ladies, what else are we gonna ask? All right, how about a favorite movie as of late? Your favorite movie within the last, say, 2 years, and then your favorite movie of all time. How's that? I'd say one of my favorite movies as of late would probably be Renfield, with Nicolas Cage. And let's think, another movie as of late that I've seen. I guess the new Avatar would really be one of the... And then of all time, it would have to be... I love anything Morgan Freeman, so there is a movie that we did watch. It's called, what was it, Matt? The girl who performs miracles? Eh? Yeah, The Girl Who Believes in Miracles. That was another really, really good one. And those are my top 3 movies this year, like within the last little bit. But The Miraculous Ladybug. Okay. Yeah, and my favorite movie of all time. I used to love Grease, but I love any musicals, really. I would still say Grease because that's just always been one of my favorites. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is another favorite of mine, so. Top Gun Maverick, yeah, the new Top Gun was pretty good. Ghost Rider was a good movie too, yeah. And yeah, it is. How are you guys feeling about the few new Disney live action movies that have come out within the last little bit? So there's Pinocchio, Peter Pan, The Little Mermaid's coming out. What are you guys' thoughts on, them redoing all the classic Disney movies into live? And you guys can share any opinions you have here. There is nobody here to judge. So, the new Peter Pan was good. A lot of people like the classic stuff better. I didn't mind Dumbo. Dumbo was good. I liked Dumbo. I really liked Dumbo. That was one of my favorites too. And what else? There's a lot of... Aladdin wasn't bad, honestly. We just watched the new Super Mario Brothers last night while we were having supper with my daughter. Yeah, Dumbo was cute. I liked Dumbo. Yeah, I'm hoping they do a good job on The Little Mermaid. Oh shoot. Ursula looked pretty, they did a good job on Ursula, so, at least from what I seen from the trailer. She looked pretty, she looked like Ursula, really. So, I like scary movies too, so, oh, Too Dark. Oh, yeah, see, I haven't seen the new Pinocchio yet. That's one movie I haven't seen yet, is the new Pinocchio. But I want to see the new Peter Pan. That looks like it's going to be a good movie. And it's on Disney anyways, but Disney Plus, so I can watch it, But yeah, that is true though, Pickle, that most fairy tales are based on dark stories. I mean, Beauty and the Beast was alright. I mean, I don't know. I think they went original with that. I think they stuck to the, to the original kind of feel to the movie. Some of the I noticed, live action ones, kind of switch up, I guess, the story to a bit, like a little bit. So some of them don't feel like a Disney movie because the story changed a bit, and it's not what we are accustomed to, really. Yeah, like Dexter's Laboratory and like Powerpuff Girls, those are all cartoon TV shows. We're talking about live action movies, Disney movies that they have made, Lynn. And they have the retro Nickelodeon channel, so they have all those cartoons still. Oh, that's sweet. We haven't gotten to TV shows yet, sweetie. Well, we talked about them earlier, actually, when we were younger, what shows we used to watch, but... but, yeah, so... there are a few of the Disney movies. Actually, I do like Wreck-It Ralph. I don't know if they're going to make that one into a live action. And I'm not sure. I mean, I know Disney has Pixar now. Like, they're part of Pixar, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know how they would do like a Toy Story live action, or, you know, um, some of them I don't know how they would do it, like Wreck-It Ralph or stuff like that. I'm just curious. Hey, Shelby. Wow, Lynn. That's, okay. Your, my favorite movie genre is like suspense movies, I guess, thrillers and horror to a degree, like horror thriller. What is, what kind of genre do you guys like? Do you need the cute and sweet and, nice stuff? Or are you, because even books, when it comes to reading books, I'm the same way. I need mysteries, thrillers. I don't know. My brain just needs the stimulation, I guess. And Lynn, we already talked about TV shows. That's why we're on a different subject, honey. Is because we talked about older TV shows already at the beginning of the live. Well, halfway through the live. So that would be why we're not talking about them now, because we had talked about them earlier. Not trying to be mean, honey. Thank you, Shelby. Action thriller. Yeah, some people can color, so many pages. I'm just a very, very slow colorist. Um, when it comes to my coloring, I'm really slow. I don't think I'd ever, I think the most I've colored in a month is like, um, yeah, the most I've colored in a month is like, I think was 20 pages, 19 or 20. I haven't even gone past that many pages in a month, to be honest. That, well, 26 is still good, honey. 26 is still good. Well, that's good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a very slow colorist. And when I color, I don't color some, there's a lot of times when I start a page, I don't color the whole page in one night, a lot of the time. I mean, there are times where I will color a page, and then if I feel like it, I'll start another page. But lately, the pages I've been choosing need a little bit more shading, need a little bit more work to it. So, um, it takes me a couple of days sometimes to do the pages I want to do. Like this page, I'll be able to finish this today. Because I'm halfway there with you guys, to be honest. And I'll use my blender pencil to blend all the lines out here. And then we'll do this blue here. pages a day when it gets started. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Pickle. Um, and, you know, a lot of the time I'll start coloring and then I'll be like, oh, I don't feel like coloring anymore. Or, you know, you've had enough. You've had your fix for the day or however it works out, right? So that's a lot of the reason. But I was super surprised, like I said, to hear that a lot of people last month were having this coloring mojo issue. Well, that's a mushroom. Um, yeah, it just kind of, I was like, wow, they were having issues too, because a lot of them said, you know, they didn't get a lot of pages done. They just weren't feeling it. So I don't know if it was the month, like, you know, that people just weren't feeling it, or I don't know what it was, but I know I just wasn't feeling my mojo. I didn't feel like myself, honestly. And I did finish, for those of you who didn't see it, I did finish the page from last week that we did with the artist art Artisto pencils. This one that we did, that I was coloring, what I finished of the page after we were done the live. So, I mean, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be my 6th, and my Alice in Wonderland will be my 7th page for the month. So, that's all I've got for this month. But I'm okay with that. But I do have, I'll show you guys. In this, I have a page picked out, a couple pages picked out for some of the pencil sets. So there's this page here. There's this page here that I could color on a live. Like I said, I'm trying to find pictures that I could get most of it done, if not almost all of it. There's this one here. I get it. I do. And then there was this one. And then I had all these pages separated. So I have a bunch of pictures, you know, that I want to color with you guys while I'm live. There's another Tabitha Barnett one. There's, you know, Daily Art Hour, Tabitha Barnett, Alice in Wonderland one. Just, you know, simple pages. And from this book, I have this page, you know. So that's what I've been trying to do. I think I've got enough now, pages picked out. Yeah, I haven't even gotten to the 7 pages yet. I will, I just haven't gotten there yet. Well, no, nobody ever forgets their parents, that's for sure. I don't have any of my parents left. My dad passed away when I was 18, and my mom passed away. November will be 2 years. Or, sorry. Oh my gosh, I keep saying November because her birthday's in November. Thanksgiving will be 2 years. So, definitely cherish your parents as much as you can. I mean, I am doing something special for my mom in heaven, but, you know, that is what it is. And, yeah. Nala. I love Nala. She's so funny. She says, nope, it's a me time. No more coloring, it's me time. Sassy little Nala, are ya? I love Nala. I like to journal too, but mine are my coloring journals, not just, I don't have any other journals other than my coloring journals. That's it. Right, so I blended all that out. I'm going to blend that one out. Yes, definitely, Pickle. One day they're here, the next day they're gone. And it still hurts like hell, no matter how long it's been. Especially with my mom. We were very close. We were like best friends. And I know you were too with your mom, Pickle. And it's so hard sometimes because sometimes you have some news or you just need to talk and let stuff out. And I used to tell my mom pretty much everything, but now that she's not here, there are days that I still have her phone number on my phone and I just want to reach out and call her and I cannot. Oh, my journal's a hot mess too. Don't worry, girl. I haven't even finished my journal for this month. It's still sitting there with all the prompt things in it. They're printed off. I haven't even cut them out yet. I just haven't done my journal, which I need to, but I'll probably finish up this page and work on my journal because it needs to get done. Yeah, I haven't done my prompt journal. I haven't set up my I guess it would be a stat journal, I guess, with all, my colored pages, what books I colored from. I keep a journal just for that stuff. What pages I colored, what books I colored from. If it's my first page, that kind of thing, so. I know I usually try to aim for an hour and a half, but I think we're going to do like the 2-hour mark here. So where are we at now? 1:44, so 15 minutes. 15 more minutes and then the live will be over. Yeah, exactly. I know, Pickle. And that's the thing, like, it's funny, you don't realize how much you really need them until it's too late. And, they're not around. So, yeah. That's the hard part, is you don't realize how much they're needed and, how much you actually need them, even after you're an adult. Start my truck, so jump in. Here we go. Sorry guys. I forgot to put it on airplane mode again. Story of my life. But yeah, I guess you don't realize it's the little things that we take for granted, I guess. Yeah, it's the little things that really you start to miss, every little thing. The way they would say things, or, all right, Lynn. No, that's for sure. A boyfriend will not replace a parent. That is so true. So true, darling. I've been with my husband now for we're going on 19 years. I thought it was 20. I miscounted. We're going on 19, and he was there for me when I lost my mom, you know, but it's not, yeah, you just can't replace your mom or your dad, you know. My mom ended up with this guy after my dad passed. Started dating this guy, and they had been together for 20 something years. And not once did I ever call him dad or even give him the inkling that he actually told me I could call him dad. And I said, there is no way in hell I will ever, ever call you dad or even consider you to be my father. I wasn't trying to be mean, but she didn't say that. You did say that, honey. She never said that. She just, because you said you were trying to find a boyfriend. So that's in replacement of, I don't know what it was you said. But. Oh, so, yeah, because you said, so maybe I can have him after my parents pass. That's why she said that a boyfriend isn't a replacement. That's all, honey. Don't take things to heart. That's what gets people in trouble, honestly, is when you get upset really quickly. And in here, nothing is, you know. You know, so yeah, it is the little things. It really is the little things that you don't realize. Like, it's the way my mom would say, you know, certain things, or, you know, you smell something in the air, or, you know, it's just stuff like that. That's the hardest part. I mean, there's days I'll be sitting at my coloring table and I'll just start bloody bawling for no reason. I just, you know, heard something that, you know, while I'm watching a show or something, and something happens and I just start bawling. And when my mom did actually pass, it didn't sink in. It really didn't sink in. The reality of it did not sink in for quite a while. And people thought, you know, well, she doesn't have any emotions towards her mom. It wasn't that. I didn't want to accept the reality that she was gone. So, with that, I just pretended everything was honky-dory, you know, and everything was fine. So, no. And like I said, my husband was here. He knew my mom, you know. I mean, we've been together for so long. He used to call her mom, you know. And he got hit hard too. But to him, he said she's the type of mom that he wishes he would have had growing up. That's the kind of mom my mom was. She just She was just one of those moms that loved all the neighborhood kids, like all my friends. She would feed them and, you know, stuff like that. So, but the pain still was there. It didn't disappear. Yeah, it does. It feels like, yeah. And it just seems like everything else happens. You know, like it's almost like a domino reaction. It just seems like things just keep happening and happening. Um, so, Pickle, do you think I should do like a little outline around, like on the inside, but just a little shade darker to give it a little bit of a kind of a highlight? What do you think? Yeah, that's the way my mom was. Everybody called her mom. Everybody, you know, she was just that kind of mom, you know. And my friends used to love coming over to my house. I mean, um, when my oldest daughter was born, she was absolutely over the moon. She just wanted her. Okay. Yeah, she just wanted to hold her and cuddle her and just love her to pieces. I knew she would. Just, you know, yeah. She just wanted to be that kind of grandma. And she was. She was an awesome grandmother to all my girls. My girls used to call her mom because when I was living with her, with my oldest daughter, my oldest daughter would hear me calling her mom, so she thought that was her name. I never called her, you know, grandma or whatever. So my oldest daughter started calling her mom. Well, then her sisters, when we would go visit, her sisters would hear her calling her mom, so she kept calling her mom. They all called her mom. And that's just the way it stuck with the girls. And she was mom to all our girls. My mom loved to sew. My mom loved to sew, and she used to make all my bedding, and the best gifts at Christmas were getting pajamas made by her. Because one, they were handmade, and two, she would, you know, ask you what kind of things you liked, what your favorite color was, like even my girls and my husband, she would make pajamas for, and blankets, and my girls just loved getting pajamas from her. It was, yeah, it was fun. And we miss her. Christmas is a little harder, but there goes my cat now. That's my cat, Bandit. Yeah. Probably, Pickle. Our moms probably would have gotten along. They, you know, my mom was a little joker, but, you know, she was the town mom, really. When we were younger. Like I said, all my friends loved coming over. She would feed them. She would, you know, she'd say, "Are you hungry?" They'd be like, "No, we're okay." And she's like, "No, you need to eat. Eat, eat." You know, she was just that kind of mom. If you needed something and, you know, she could get it for you, she would. You know, all my friends. She'd be like, "Do you need anything, sweetie? Do you need, you know, need anything, let me know," she would say. yeah, she was, that's what I miss about her. All right, Lynn. Yeah, my mom, before she passed away, she got into the diamond painting. And before that, she had just learned how to use a computer about 2 years before that, and I introduced her to Amazon. And man, oh man, when she saw everything on Amazon that she could get, diamond painting, all that, her eyes lit up. And I never forget, because she used to say, can I use your address so Ron doesn't get upset at me, because I don't want him to know I'm using Amazon and ordering stuff. I just kind of giggled when she would do that. It was just too funny. You're okay, Lynn. You're not bothering anybody, honey. Honest. Yeah. Even when they weren't hungry, my mom would literally, here, eat. I'll make you food. Oh yeah, when I introduced her to Amazon, she was happier than a pig in poop. She could not believe. Because she was like, what's Amazon? Because she just learned about the computer. She's like, what's that? I'm like, Mama, you don't know what you're missing. Her boyfriend was cursing me, let me tell you. Why does my camera seem like it's... Did I get too close? Maybe a little bit out. Sorry if I'm making anybody dizzy. There, I think that's alright. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, it was funny. She's like, I need you to act like you ordered it for me. She would say, bring it to me. I don't want him to know I ordered it. Oh, it was so funny. And she would get like diamond painting and whatever she could, you know. And she used to tell me I was, you know, she used to love my colorings, my artwork. Besides my husband, she was one of my biggest supporters, to be honest. What time are we at? Oh, we're almost there. So this is the way it is turning out. I hope you guys have liked this live. So this is episode 2. This is the Prismacolor premieres. So this set will come off of the wheel for next week. I will post the finished picture on Instagram, of course, and you'll see it in my finished pages. And yeah, it's been a nice, fun 2-hour chit-chat. I've enjoyed everybody's company and talking with everybody, and you guys are all awesome as always. And I will see you guys in the next live, which would be next Saturday around the same time. So hope to see you there, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.